Sorry, say it again.
Homepage, keywords.
Homepage, keywords, campaign on Google Search Network, campaign on Google Search Network, okay? Campaign on Facebook ads, TikTok, all the next steps that we are going to learn. Okay?
Everything is in the assignment anyways, right? So
yes. We'll do in the final lesson, we'll see how much material we manage to learn, and then we'll do the adjustment specific for you. In some of the cases, depend on the class, some of the cases, some of the years, you manage to learn more material, so we have a little bit more, sometimes we have a little bit less. Okay, it's depend on the class, but we'll do a review on the last 2 weeks of the course. So, open your Google Ad account. You don't have a Google Ad, right? It might be your name, Danny, right? So you don't have a Google Ad, you didn't open because you aren't here the last few weeks. Okay, for now, just look with somebody else. Okay, look on the steps we are doing, and I will help you in the recess to open a new Google Ad account and walk you through the steps. Okay? So basically, last week what we did, we finished a campaign on a Google Search Network, and we started a new campaign on Google Display Network. Okay? A second. So what I'm going to do now, it's very similar to last week. I'm going to do a short summarize of how we open a Google Display Network campaign. Okay? We're going to do all over the first steps that we did last week. Okay? I will do it very quickly, just as a reminder. And then we'll see the steps that we didn't got last week, all the targeting and the way to direct your ads to a specific location or specific audience. Okay? Then we'll finish the campaign on Google Display Network, and we'll start the basics of Facebook ad. Okay? So, if I want to open a Google Display Network campaign, of course, all the options are relevant. So I can do brand awareness, I can do sales, I can do leads, etc., etc., etc. But let's, for the example now, choose a brand awareness campaign or brand awareness goal or objective. Okay? Then I'm selecting display network. Okay? I need to insert my website. What is the destination of the ad? Choose for a second hour website. Continue. Now I need to choose the location. It's the same as the location as we saw on the search network. Okay, it's the same thing exactly. So we won't install on that specific option anymore. We won't see all the different options. Okay, and the language, I will do a quick reminder for you. Basically, the language here, it's not the language you are speaking, it's the settings in Google in your computer or in your smartphone. So a lot of time, a lot of cases, my Google is in English, okay? The settings are in English in my Google, but I speak Hebrew, okay? My father's settings are in Spanish, but he's speaking Hebrew, okay? And we're thinking specifically about Israel. So it's an immigrant country, and we have a lot of different languages here. We have Russian, we have French, we have Spanish, etc., etc. Arabic, of course. And not all of them are using the settings in the language they are speaking on a daily basis, okay? So they know Hebrew, but the settings are in Russian. They know Hebrew, but the settings are in French, etc., etc. So when I'm thinking about targeting and language, okay, language settings, I need to understand that it's not the language they are speaking, okay? It's the language that they are using Google as a platform, okay? And it's not always the same. And so it can help me do a little bit focus and target to my specific audience, but it's not the perfect example to narrow down my target audience. And I can skip if I will choose, let's say, only Hebrew here, okay? So I will miss out a lot of Israelis that have English settings in their computer, okay? Not only English, French, Russian, etc., etc. So if we are speaking specific about Israel, I will tell you, use the main languages here: Arabic, Russian, Spanish, French, and etc. If you are using it worldwide, if you want to do a campaign in the US, for example, so you need to understand that Spanish, a lot of Americans speak Spanish. Second language, as I believe their settings in Google are probably Spanish, okay? And in a lot of different countries, so you need to think exactly about your target audience, and is it really relevant, their language they are basically speaking, or the settings in their Google. So basically the last line here is that it's not really helped me narrow down my audience, okay? It can help me a little bit, but it's not really good. If, let's say, I want to do in Israel only for the Jewish community in Israel and not the Arabic, okay? So if I will choose here Hebrew, it doesn't say nothing, because a lot of Arabic have settings in Hebrew, because they are searching everything in Hebrew. Okay, so it's helped me a little bit do focus for my target audience, but it's not perfect. Let's click next. Okay, set the average daily budget for this campaign. How much money I want to spend on each day, okay? How much money I want to spend on each day. I want to spend 1 shekel, I want to spend 10 shekels, 50 shekels, 100 shekels, and etc., and etc. I will get here on the side, hey Mikey, I will get here on the side, okay? A second, I will mark it. You see it well? You want me to close the lights? Okay? Yeah? So you will get here how much exposure or impression you can get. If this is your budget, how many people you can reach on a daily basis. And when we'll try to focus and change the target audience, then we'll see that the numbers are changing. If I'm choosing a very specific small audience, then the numbers will drop down. If I'm choosing a very big, wide audience, okay, the number will increase. Now, when I'm thinking about my budget, I need to think what will help me achieve my goal. And in the start, for a lot of time, it's A/B testing, okay? It's trial and error. I'm thinking, I'm trying to understand logically if I can do whatever I want to do. Let's say, for example, I want to sell outpaid. Okay, I want to have an e-commerce gallery, and I want to sell outpaid. And I want to drive sales through Google Display Network. So what is the amount of money I need to spend? 1 shekel, 200 shekels, 500 shekels. How can I determine the amount of money? So when we are doing the first step, okay, when I'm doing the first step, the first basic step, usually I'm telling the clients we're going to do trial and error or A/B testing with the budget. We're going to start very, very low, okay? And we'll increase it step by step when we see that we are getting the first results that we want. And now, if we will start with 1 shekel a day or $1 a day, basically you won't understand that in most of the cases, okay? Because the amount of people that are going to see our ads is very, very low. Okay, so basically in most of the cases, we're talking about e-commerce and things like that. We need to start with 20 shekels a day, something like that, $5-7 at the minimum per day. Okay, and then we'll increase it in small amount of money, $5 a day, something like that. As we'll see, we'll get in the result that we want. But the idea behind it, that in the start, we want to try or start with very low amount of money, because we only want to see if the campaign is working well. Okay, even if you will get for your art gallery, for example, only 1 sales, 1 in a month. Okay, we are seeing that it's working. We're on the right track. Then we'll increase the amount of money, because it's really easy to spend a lot of money and not get any result. So start with low amount of money, and then step by step increase the amount of money. Now, what is the problem? Let's take that example of the art gallery. Okay, let's say I will start with 20 shekels a day. Okay, something like that. Let's see. We'll start with 20 shekels a day, and nothing happened. You won't get any sales, okay? But what can he analyze and what he can try to understand if the campaign is working well? Is sending traffic to his website, okay? What can he track and what can he try to understand to figure out, okay, I didn't got any sales yet, but the campaign is working well and I'm heading the right way. What do you think he can try to analyze and understand?
Maybe it's more simple example to see maybe who was interested to get into your website.
So the first thing, you can go to Google Analytics. We didn't explain it very deeply, Google Analytics. We'll do it in the end of the course. But we can go to Google Analytics and we can try to analyze the data from the campaign. So I send, let's say, 50 people from Google that click on ads and go to my website. What is the time on site? How many pages did they saw? Okay, so I can try to analyze and see if I'm sending the right audience, and I can compare it to other different channels that I have that might working. Maybe I have a little bit of organic traffic. Okay. So just saying, let's say the organic traffic time on site is 1 minute, okay? And the time on site of the paid the display channel is 20 seconds. So I can assume, and I can try to understand that I'm not targeting the right audience, or I'm not attracting the right people to my website, okay? And then I need to change a little bit the target, or change a little bit, let's say, the location I'm doing the campaigning, okay? And then when I'm seeing that I'm sending the right traffic, basically when I have average time on site, it's depend on the time of the different website, but most of the cases it's more than a minute, okay? And even if I don't have sales, those first signals can tell me you're on the right track. Try to increase your budget step by step. Okay? We'll talk about it much more deeper in the end of the course when we speak about Google Analytics. So basically, this is the idea behind the screen. Now, after we said that, and I said for an e-commerce, in most of the cases, you need to start with 20 shekels a day, something like that. Okay? Can I open a campaign with 1 shekel a day and get a good result for business? Do you think on any business that have logic to open a campaign with 1 shekel a day, what you will get, and if it's something that will really help the business? What do you say? There is any logic to do a campaign on 1 shekel a day? No? There is no logic to that. Let's say for example, okay, that I am, first of all, look for what I did here. We have the bidding. The budget is how much money I'm willing to pay each day. Bidding, it's the AI option, how to evaluate how much money I'm willing to pay. For CPM, it's 1,000 impressions, okay? So how much money the AI will put in my campaign compared to the competition for 1,000 impressions on the display network. Okay, so I put here 5,000 shekels for 1,000 impressions. It's the highest amount of money. Okay, it's not the exact amount of money I'm going to pay. In most of the cases, it's going to be lower. Okay, the AI will try to do and the best behind the screen to give me the lowest amount of money, but it won't be more than 5 shekels. Okay? Now, it's small, so you won't see what exactly written here, but I will tell you. Google will give us first estimation for the campaign. It will tell based on your targeting. We didn't do full targeting yet. We only did location and languages. Okay, based on your targeting, the daily budget will be 1 shekel and the bid will be 5 shekels for CPM. CPM is 1,000 impressions. Okay, and the average impressions that I'm going to get, I will get something around 6,000 to 12,000 impressions weekly. Okay. So basically, this campaign with 1 shekel a day can get between 6,000 to 12,000 impressions. The change between 6,000 to 12,000, it's how much people will engage with my campaign. If a lot of people will click my campaign, so Google, it's like the quality score. Google will give me a lower bid. Okay, so I will pay very low for 1,000 impressions per second. Okay, and if nobody will click my campaign, it won't be very interesting for the target audience. So then I will pay. I'm sorry. Then it's the opposite. If it will be interesting, I will get closer to 12,000 impression. If it won't be interesting, I will get around 6,000 impression. What is your question?
I was wondering, just to recap, that's because from Google's perspective, they'd be making more money because a lot of people are clicking.
Yes, so Google is thinking all the time how they can give us the right information, not only in Google search results, even on Google Display Network. Now, they want people really click on the ads, okay? They want to give us really interesting things, so we really will get noticed to the ad and it will click on them. First of all, this is how they get paid. Then this is the way that they are getting paid, or they are paying for all the display partners that they have. For example, YNET, CNN, and etc. and etc. Now, if nobody is clicking the ads, the publisher won't get any money, okay? And we, as potential clients of Google, okay, will will ignore completely from the ad section. Now, if the ads are interesting and very creative, then we will click on the ads. Then they will make money, the publisher will make money, and we will continue to click on the ads because seeing it's relevant in our cases, okay? So Google, the same as the quality score, Google will give us benefits or give us bonus if our ads are very clickable or target audience have a lot of engagement with them. So we can get for the same budget, if you are doing a very good job, we can go to 12,000 impressions and even more weekly. And if we are doing a poor job, then we'll get half of that, even lower. Okay, it's only an estimation. It's not the exact amount of people that are going to see the ads. And again, I will tell you, so basically they are telling for us, if I'm spending 1 shekel a day, okay, with a cap, a bid cap of 5 shekels for 1,000 impressions, they are estimated that I will get between 6,000 to 12,000 impressions weekly, okay? It's a lot. Now, if I'm getting around, let's say 7,000, 8,000 people that will see my ad, okay? So it's not too much because we said that we are seeing more than 10,000 ads per day, and the human mind ignore 99.9% of all the ads that we are seeing. But let's think about a small, let's say, a gym that somebody opened a new gym right outside the IDC. And he's doing 1 kilometer, okay, over the IDC and the surrounding neighborhoods. And now he's saying, I want to spend 1 shekel a day, that only people that are living here nearby, okay, will see my ad. It's a very small audience, okay? Then what somebody could potentially do, and we did it a lot of time with small businesses, it's working. We are taking a very small group of people, and we make them see all the time, again and again and again, specific ads about a very small business that is located very near to them. Okay, let's see it for a second how we can do it. So we head back to the campaign setting. Let's enter another location. Second. Click on advance. And the IDC is somewhere around here. Yeah, this is the IDC. Let's do pin mode here. So if I have a business, okay, that it's relevant for this specific location, I can, with 1 shekel a day, make how many people live in that blue area? I don't know, the IDC, how many students are in the IDC? I don't know, 10,000, something like that. No? More?
Less.
Less? 5,000? And it's a couple of different days. Every day you have a couple of different, 5,000, something like that. I think it's the right number. So 5,000 that are spending a couple of days a week in the IDC, and another, I don't know, around 5,000 that are living in those neighborhoods. Okay, a little bit more, a little bit less. It's 10,000 people that are going to see at least once to twice a week my ads. Okay, it's depending on the target. We can narrow it more for age and demographic and more things. And then in a very small budget, we can start, all the time drilling their ads. We have new gyms here. These are the classes. These are all the options. It will help you be skinnier for the summer. You have more energy when you're going to the IDC to learn, etc., and etc., and etc. And it's working, even if you're using very low budget. Is it going to work if I have an e-commerce store? Most of the cases, no. But a lot of time in very small budget, okay, you can do very interesting things. And and I want to exclude that option. Yes.
If the CPM is 5 and you get, let's say, 12,000 impressions, that means you could pay like up to 70 shekels weekly. No?
70 shekels weekly?
Yeah, if per 1,000.
If what I did here, I did 1 shekel per day, so it's going to be 7 shekels per week. Okay, and basically they're saying in 7 shekels per week, you can go until somewhere around 12,000 impressions per week. This is what I'm doing.
5 shekels per CPM, it's 5 shekels.
No, it's 5 shekels per CPM, but it doesn't have to give me 1,000 impressions per day.
But if it does, then you could pay.
Yeah, but no. The daily budget, this is 1 shekel a day. You won't take more money than the 1 shekel a day, okay? But the bid behind the screen maybe will give me only a couple of hundred of impressions per day, okay? Now I put here a high bid for 5 shekels, but I can do even lower.
How can you bid only 5?
Wait a second, I will explain, and then you can ask. And he's writing here that he believes the average CPM that I'm going to pay is around between 0.6 shekels to shekel 1.6, shekel per 1,000 impressions. Okay, so basically I told him the highest amount of money I want to spend is 5 shekels, but he doesn't have to spend it. Okay, he will try to give me a lower amount of money per 1,000 impression. When I will try to focus my target audience, then it's going to change. For now, I told him everybody that's living in Israel is relevant. Okay, so he told me I can go in Israel. Okay, the impressions I can get each week, it's 6.5 billion. Okay, 6.5 billion impressions. With 1 shekel a day, you can go up to around 12,000 impressions, okay? If I will write here, $4,000 per day, okay? Then you figure out I can go around even more than 30 million impressions per week. Okay, different number. If I go in a second, Maki, if I, let's say, for example, I can 10,000 shekels a day, okay? So it's around 70 million impressions per week, okay? So now when we try to focus on the target audience, we do narrow down for the audience, then maybe the cost per 1,000 impression will go up, because maybe it's an audience that a lot of different publishers, or not publisher, advertiser, are trying to make ads for it, okay? So let's take, for example, if I'm taking Herzliya Pituach, the luxury neighborhood of Herzliya, and I'm setting only them as my target audience, and I'm setting, let's say, men's between age of 40 to 60, then it's probably will cost me a lot more, okay? This is the idea behind the screen. Yes, Michael?
But impressions aren't people.
Impression? I didn't understand.
Like an impression is how many times one person will see the ad.
It's not one person. It's how many times people will see the ad. It doesn't tell me how many people will see it. Okay, later on we can try to analyze and understand how much really different people saw the ads. Okay, but if I'm choosing a very small audience, as we saw in the example, let's say only students in the IDC or something like that, then I can take a very small group, 1,000 people, 5,000 people, something like that, and make them see my ads all the time, okay? It's one of the options. I can take a very large group of people, and some of them will see my ads, 1 time, 2 times, something like that, and I can take a very small group of people and make them see my ads over and over and over again.
Okay. So it's how many times the ad was viewed, pretty much?
Yes, the impression is how many times my ads were viewed. Okay, it doesn't tell me how many different people saw it. Later on, in Google Analytics, for example, we can try to analyze and understand how much different people saw my ads. Okay, it's something else. let's continue. Now, the bid options, it's a little bit different in the search network. We saw we had conversion value, and we have clicks, maximize clicks. Okay, here is telling me something else, telling me that the recommended bid is valuable impressions. Okay, what is a valuable impression? Let's understand it for a second. Let's say I'm going in for a wallet, for example. Okay. So here on the top, we have 2 Google AdSense ads. So this is a valuable impression. We saw it, okay? We saw it for more than a second. If I'm scrolling, you see here, I have an ad, okay? So let's say I'm scrolling, I didn't see that ad yet, and I scroll fast. So it was less than a second, okay? So it doesn't count that as a valuable impression. Okay, valuable impression is I'm writing or reading this article and I'm really seeing that specific ad. It's counted at least more than 1 second, okay? It doesn't tell me a lot because in impression, look at how many different ads we have here and how many different data do we have here. And if I'm going, let's say I'm clicking on a specific article, especially in, when we are seeing it on the desktop, not on our mobile. So I have here an ad, I have here an ad, and I have here another ad, and here I have a Tabula and Outbrand ad. Okay, and here I have another one, and another one, and another one. So it's a lot of different ads, and I got only 1 impression. Does it tell me something? No, it doesn't tell me too much, but it's working. A lot of advertisers are doing it, not because it doesn't work. Okay, when we are doing it over and over again for a very specific audience, and we are thinking about the creative, and we are doing A/B testing on the creative, what helps us get more clicks and more engagement with our ads. So basically, it's working, not for all of the businesses and not for all of the options. It's one of the recommended options for advertising. Okay, so I have valuable impression. Give me the lowest amount of money for 1,000 impressions. Okay, and I have conversion and conversion value. It's the same as we saw on Google Search Network. Let's do a quick reminder of what we talked about it. Conversion is give me as much conversion as possible, okay? Conversion can be somebody that buy a product on my site. Can be conversion, somebody send lead, somebody send a contact form on my site. Okay, conversion can be something that people enter my site and spend 5 minutes in my site because I choose this is my conversion. Conversion can be somebody click on my site and click on a YouTube video inside. Okay, so it can be a lot of different things, but it's something that I choose. I need to choose what is my goal and what is my conversion. Conversion value, the difference, conversion give me a lot of conversion, as much as conversion as you can on my daily budget. Conversion value is give me the highest amount of conversion with the highest value. Okay, let's explain it again for a second. Let's say I have an e-commerce store and I have 1,000 products. Some of the product costs 1 shekel. Some of the product costs 10,000 shekels. Okay, so in the first option, he will try to sell as many products as he can. Okay, and he doesn't mind if the products are in the price of 1 shekel or the products are on 10,000 shekels. Okay, just trying to sell as much product as he can. In the second option, he's trying to sell the highest amount of income, or to give me the highest amount of income per my daily budget. So if he can say 50 products of 1 shekel or 1 product of 10,000 shekels, he will try to sell 1 product of 10,000 shekels. Okay, you try to give me the highest income possible. Any questions about the bidding? No. Let's click next. Now we have the targeting. And basically what is Google telling us here? Don't touch anything, okay? Optimize targeting helps you get more viewable impression, okay? But it doesn't really tell us try to do optimized targeting. So basically Google know how to do it, okay? The AI of Google think he know how to do it. And it doesn't ask us, or it's not required to add targeting and to narrow down our target audience. Now, if you remember, we talked about it last week and 2 weeks ago. Okay, every time we were speaking about the AI and automatic targeting, it's one of the AI options. Okay, AI, it's like human being. If I'm taking Eric to be one of my employees, okay, I can say Eric is very smart and very creative and is very hardworking. Take, these are the clients, enjoy, tell me in the end of the month. In the end of the month, what happened, okay? Or I can tell Eric, come, look at what I did in the past. These are the objective of the clients. These are the target audience. Those campaigns work, those campaigns fail. Okay, this is the A/B testing I did. So I'm teaching Eric what I did in the past, okay? And then after 2 weeks like that, I'm telling Eric, go, do it yourself and give me better result, okay? It's the same here. When I'm doing my first campaign, do the very specific target audience. Teach the AI what's working and not working. After you are going to do it and you will see you are getting very good results, then you can expand the target and let Google AI try to find for you more and more clients. I can tell you that after the campaign is working well, we have options. I don't know if I will have the time to show you it today, but maybe next week. We have campaigns after we did a lot of A/B testing and optimization for those campaigns, that the AI just tell us, or Google just telling us, how much money you are willing to spend to get one conversion, okay? And don't tell us anymore. Pay only for conversion, okay? Google, after receiving, you have a lot of data, it can charge you only for conversion. So if Google basically doesn't succeed to sell your product, it won't charge you with anything. But it will offer you it only after you have a lot of data. The same if you have a new employee, just you need to teach it. So let's see the targeting options on Google Display Network. Let's click on add targeting. Basically, we have 5 different options. Let's try to understand each option. The first one, audience segments. Basically, sorry. Basically, I can see here a list of people that are interested in media and internet, business technology, okay, social media, etc., etc. And I can click on the options that I think are relevant, okay? What are relevant in my target audience, as I think. I can do a search, okay, and try to understand the options. Or I can do browse, okay, and you have more options. Who are they? Okay, detailed demographics. Let's click on it and see. So I have parental status, education, okay, home ownerships, if they have home or they are rent, and etc. and etc. Okay, I have what are their interests and habits. Okay, we saw before food and dining, home and garden. Let's click for lifestyle and hobby for a second. Then I have art and theater, business professionals, etc. and etc. Okay. I have what are the activity, research or planning. Okay. Life event for a second. As business creation, okay, people that are opening a new business, finish college graduation, for example, okay, already finished or recently finished or are going to finish very soon. Basically, it's you guys. Hopefully, you will finish. Everybody is going to finish. No, not everybody. Job change, marriage, moving, okay, retirement, and etc. How they interact with your business. Those options, okay, how they interact with your business, you need a pixel for it. Okay, you know what is a pixel already, right? You need to install a code in your website in order that Google will know if they're been already on your website. Okay, we'll see it in the end of the course, how we can do it. Okay, something a bit more sophisticated. We'll speak about it in the end of the course. Combine audience, we can try to combine a couple of different audience together. People that search for the keyword, let's say moving or movers or something like that, and already been in my website, that my website is speaking about delivery and moving service, okay, for example. So I can try to combine those audience together. Custom audience, it's audience that we try to target. It's basically people that search specific phrases or keywords. Okay, we'll see later on how we can exactly implement that. So these are the audience segments. Okay, now let's see more options. Demographic. Okay, it's easy. Female, male, unknown, age, and etc. In the US, for example, you can try to focus on top 10 household income, okay, and all the rest.
Only in the US?
Only in the US, yeah.
Why?
I don't know exactly how we know it. I think it's a social security number or something like that. So you can try, you have access to that data. But in the other parts of the world, it doesn't give us household income. And I think it's not, you don't have those numbers for all of the US. I think it's most of the countries in the US, but it's not all of them. And I can check it exactly. I think it's here, right in the list of the countries. Sorry, I'm wrong. Household income available in Australia, Brazil, Hong Kong, India, Indonesia, Japan, Mexico, New Zealand, South Korea, Singapore, Thailand, and the United States. Sorry, I make a mistake.
Probably just based off like the location where you live.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
So it's probably based off the location where you live.
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't have to be in the United States in order to do it. If my target audience, I can be in the Israel. Okay, I can be here, and I can do a campaign for the United States or for Japan, etc., and then try to do a campaign only for the top 10 household income. By the way, if you remember when we speak about 3 weeks ago, when I show you how you can make a lot of money using the arbitrage between the campaign in Taboola and Outbrain and Google AdSense, and when you can choose as a target audience only the top 10 of household income, because what you want people that will click on higher bidding ads. If I'm going here, I see a Google AdSense ad, right? Now, that specific Google AdSense, this computer, it's not affiliated to nobody now, okay? But if we are, let's say the target audience, if you're in Herzliya Pituach and I'm a millionaire, so probably I will see different ads and a lot of different businesses will try to bid on that specific target audience. So if we will do a campaign only for the 10%, top 10% of the household income, and we can manage to get very low amount of money on the click, so people that have high income will click on our campaign, there is a higher chance that the ads they are going to see in Google AdSense will cost more, so we can make more money, okay? And in order to do that, you need to open, only Eric tried to open that campaign and he didn't finish it already, so. And
can you say that again though? How's the arbitrage work? It's a little confusing to me.
I show you, let's see the option for a second, okay? But if I'm going to show you, one of you at least need to try to do it, okay? I can't teach you things how to make a lot of money and nobody is trying to do it. I'm wasting my time now.
Have you done it?
we are doing it.
All right.
And it's working. If you will be nice, I will show you all the campaigns in the end of the course. Okay, let's see for a second an example. When I'm not teaching you, I try to do other interesting things. Wait a second. Let's look for example. Here, this example we saw last time. Okay, so I read an article on CNN, for example, and then in the lower section, this is an Outbrain module. Okay, here in Outbrain, I'm scrolling and I'm seeing photos. This wedding photographer, something. Okay, 10 wedding fails. That you will never, something doesn't even written. I can't read all the entire sentence. Okay, and if we scroll down, we'll see a lot more ads like that. Okay, basically it's not the only one. Here are 49 coolest gifts for 2022. Okay, so basically here it's going to be drop shipping. The idea behind it is the same. So let's click on it, and we are seeing now, you see this site, this epic wedding fails will make you cringe and laugh at the same time. Okay, so we have here a photo, we can laugh or not laugh, it's your option. And then we click next if we want to see the next one. Okay, we are clicking next, and then we see another photo, okay, and etc. and etc. Now, every time we are clicking next, okay, it's a different page. The page is uploading again. And we have here a lot of advertising, a lot of ads. Okay. I don't know why they're not uploading yet. Okay. So we have a lot of different ads here of Google. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 4 or 5 more, and they're using Outbrain also. More here, and etc. and etc. Okay, so every time we're clicking next, we are seeing more ads and more ads and more ads. And what they are doing basically, they're using the gap, how much money it costs them to make an ad here on Outbrain, right here. Okay, how much money they need to pay to Outbrain in order that their ad will be here, okay? And how much money they can earn here when a lot of people are seeing their ads. Now, in order that gap or arbitrage will work, they need a lot of different people that will enter their website and will click next. If nobody is clicking next, so it's all going to be only one visit, okay, and they won't get a lot of money. So let's see the status for a second in the website. Basically, in the last months, almost 2 million people visit their website, okay? 1 month. Now, usually when I see this number, in most of the cases, the real number is around double that, okay? How can I know it? Because look at a lot of different websites. SimilarWeb, it's not Google Analytics. It doesn't have inside information on exactly what happened in those websites. It's like intelligence. They are trying to understand what happened in those websites, but they don't know for sure, okay? And the real number that is interesting in our case is here. How much pages per visit? The average visit is seeing almost 9 pages. So those 2 million people that enter that website saw almost 20 pages, okay? Sorry, 20 million pages. If they have a lot of pages, it's a lot of impressions. A lot of impression, they get more money and they have higher chance to get more clicks, okay? Now it's a game of calculation. Let's see, Google AdSense calculator. It's the second time I'm showing you it, so somebody have to do it until the end of the course. It's in Hebrew, but I will translate very quickly. Let's take North America. It's the highest audience that we can get. Let's say, for example, payment, click calculated, and basically what it's telling us, if we have 10 million impressions per month, okay, 10 million impressions per month, we'll get in the end of the year more than $1 million, okay, from Google AdSense. If we have 10 million impressions per month. Now, if we have it's 20 million impressions per month, right? This is the what we got. Let's say 18 million impressions per month. Let's so if we have 18 million, no, let's look at that. They need to pay for 2 million clicks from Outbrain, for example. Okay. By the way, how do I know that they get in all the traffic from Outbrain? If I'm scrolling down, you see here, marketing channel distribution. So most of their traffic is coming from display network, basically through Tוכלו and Outbrain. Okay, this is how they are getting most of their traffic inside their website. And I think you can even see it somewhere. Here you can see all the website, CNN, Fox News, through campaign ads on Tוכלו and Outbrain. Okay, so I need to take 2 million visitors, okay, make them click and go to my website. It will cost me money, cost me a lot of money. So basically we saw here on the calculator, they have almost 20 million impressions per month. So we can estimate that they are making around $2 million per year. Okay, something like that. $2 million per year. Let's divide it by 12. Okay, we're getting somewhere around more than $100,000 per month. Okay. Now we have 2 million people that need to click on our ads. So if it will cost me, let's say, okay, if it will cost me $0.0, okay, 2 cents per click. So I will spend around $40,000 and I will get around 100, 150. Let's see exactly the number. Let's say that we have, let's take the lower estimation. We have $2 million. In an estimation, this is the amount of money they are earning or the profits each month that they have on that website. And you did nothing in the last 3 weeks after I showed you that. Only a week started to do something, a little bit.
Just from clicks.
Yes, from the Google AdSense. Basically, when people are clicking, entering that website, they are seeing ads.
Oops,
Okay.
that's WTF ads, whatever.
Yeah.
So they see the ads, they click on the ads.
Even if they are not clicking on the ads, we are getting money on impressions. So each 1,000 impression, we are getting
Impression
money.
is just when you see it in the.
Even if we are seeing it, if we are clicking there, we'll get highest amount of money. Okay, but even if we are seeing it, they are getting paid.
You're getting this money from
Google AdSense. Google will pay. You see here, they have ads.
Outbrain just gives.
They are paying Outbrain, okay, and Taboola. They are opening a campaign on Taboola and Outbrain. They are telling Outbrain and Taboola. Okay.
It's Outbrain and Taboola just selling ad space.
Basically, they are using or they are exploiting the option that the ads here cost very low amount of money in order to pay someone to click on that ad, okay?
Seeing the CNN specifically?
Not only the CNN, in all of the options in Taboola. I don't think they are targeting CNN, for example. I think they're just telling Taboola and Outbrain, those are the ads, and this is the amount of money I'm willing to pay for each click, okay? And this is the game. This is what they're doing. They're trying to get a lot of people to click on their website. And when a lot of people clicking on their website, okay, they need to write the right content, so a lot of people will click next and next and next. Okay, we saw they have here almost 9 page per visit. Okay. By the way, we did very wide analyze on a lot of different websites that are doing it. We saw a website that have 15 page per visit. Yeah, it's a lot more money. Okay, but you saw the numbers. This is, I think, the estimation. Probably, by the way, it can be a lot more because, as I think, this number is not really the real number of how many people are visiting the website. But even that number, even if their ad expensive, it's double the amount I told you. Okay, it's not $40,000 per month, it's $80,000, $100,000 per month. They still have a very nice profit each month. And you did nothing. What think about it?
I asked, has it been profitable for you guys yet?
We only started it a couple of months ago. It takes time to build the campaign, but it's working. I will show you the progress.
A lot of people do this.
I don't know if a lot of people doing it, but there are a lot of different websites that are doing it. We saw a website, we analyzed website that have more than 10 million visitors per month. So think of the numbers, how much money they're earning. Probably not all their campaigns are successful when some of the content doesn't work with 9 pages per visit. So it's working. Okay. Where we are.
You choose, can a company choose which websites to display their ads on?
You can choose in Taboola and Outbrain. You can choose which exactly website you want to target, but you don't have to. You just need to tell them, this is my ads, okay, this is the amount of money I'm going to pay. You can do some focus on your target audience. For example, household income. It's very good because you can focus it on the highest or the richest audience, and then you will get higher paid from Google AdSense because you are targeting a very profitable audience that a lot of different advertisers.
Yeah, it would probably be smarter and more profitable to choose which.
Okay. So this is the demographic. We'll do a short recess. Then later we'll explain the last 3 options that we have here. Okay. So then we'll see the ads, how we can open ads on the display network. And then we will finish with Google. Okay. Daniel, אתה רוצה שאני אלך אחרי? So 15 minutes, okay.
You're paying outrates.
I see he's coming hey,
what happens is I wasn't saying
he's coming.
Like I text my aunt like Wednesday night, Thursday, and we're like, oh, back and forth. And generally it's fine. Once she said, oh, Lawrence.
Yes.
Oh, so I said,
Depends on your goals. That's nice. Some ad, someone that decides to add what it is.
when you say your parents, you gotta see
Yeah. If they check out, based on that. Jack.
You just need to like a few hours before she's not like
No, future Steve was
no, we got
Look at any success with us, that's all you need, the best out of the time. It's just like restaurants. Jordan. Oh yeah. There's a dog.
That's really
Why you dead? Why you dead?
Split like sometimes you get she gets her split like oh
yeah, like different
would she have fun?
like over here.
Did you do it? You bought a camera thing?
But I was like, you know, let's do full day. But 32 hours.
It was ski when they're that's good, Jerry, isn't it?
Yay. I ordered the content, like I have the content ready.
Okay, show
So
me.
do it for my on-page stuff, and then after that, we'll next step.
Yeah, show me.
So maybe I don't need to teach all your competitors how to do it.
What do you mean competitors?
Your students here that can try to do the same. As if you have more competition, then the bids will.
Okay, we're doing a different school. you know, maybe I'm doing something else that won't affect your campaign.
Where is your girlfriend today?
She has like it's a big issue with the apartment. For sure.
You're living together or no? Different place?
Oh, we live together. So this is the article. I hope this isn't copyright infringement, but it's from like the IRS site. It's about taxes.
Selling stocks, everything you need to know about taxes on stock sales. It's an SEO article. It's not what we saw here. No? I don't know how many people, how much
Like it's not clickable?
I don't know. I don't know this area enough.
No, it's
Interesting.
This is for on page. You said that first.
Okay, so this is SEO. This is for SEO. It's not
on page content, and then after that I could do some more like that.
Yeah.
So then I go to my site, I go to posts.
So this is SEO classic content. What you did with the table of content.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I add a new post. I can't do it with Elementor because they want it not created.
I can give you the. We have enough reviews. Not reviews. License. So I can. In your website, you didn't download it for you the Elementor Pro that we did for everyone.
No, I made a new site. This isn't the first site that I started. This is the second site that I'm trying to work with.
Second, send me to
Verification
code. Yeah. Second.
And for both After and Taboola, it has to be clickable content. It can't just be an SEO article.
Well, you're telling something interesting. You're asking something interesting, okay? Because we saw. A second. The number is 175945. See if it's working. Okay?
Yeah, sign in.
So you're asking something interesting. Most of the option that we saw, okay, is clickable content when you're required to click on one page and then move to another, move to another, move to another. Okay, this is most of the options we saw. Not all of them, it's most of them. But some of the options we saw are like this website. I don't remember if they specifically or sites like there, okay? I can delete that one. It's fine. It's okay. Let's just. Some of the articles that we saw are just like that. They are never ending. It's more SEO articles than ever. Okay, with a lot of ads. So it's different. When you are scrolling, you still see different ads. So it's working. But most of the options that we saw are like we saw today. So the the idea or the logic behind it, it's probably that this option work a little bit better.
So the clickable, yeah, and then for this, I have it ready.
Yeah, one second. Let's take the Elemental Pro.
So after this, the next step is for me to do clickable content, and then I can start. And do I also need to create content for the Google AdSense?
No, Google AdSense, will do it automatically. You will decide which ads. You only need to connect your site through Sitely to Google AdSense.
Already connected.
Yeah, and it gave you the clear that your site is.
I didn't have the payment plan. It asked me to add a payment plan. I didn't do that yet. But besides for that, it gave me clear.
Nice.
Do you think I need to like upload new content every month?
Basically, yes, because there is how many people can see that those funny wedding photo and they will get bored.
No, the on page.
For on page is something else. Because on page, if you try already or succeed to establish and be on the first different phrases, they need to work. Let's say for taxes for stocks. Okay, if you're number one, then you can be number one for a long time without new content. Sometimes you need to improve your content if you have new competitors. So I think that it can work.
So less, I need to put less on page than I need to do on the Google.
It's two different things. Let's take this site for a second. Okay. It's very old site. Okay, it's not something new. So for a second, there are numbers. If we are thinking those guys make money, we won't believe how much that website makes, and it's basically almost only SEO. 76 million visitors per month. Okay.
Yeah, so two different things.
Yeah.
SEO and that.
Their content, their traffic is coming. A lot of people just enter there directly. They have a lot of search and they have a lot of social, but it's not paid search. It's people that share their content. So basically, a lot of people are seeing their site through the search engine. Then some of them it's funny and they're just coming more and more.
Yeah.
And some of them share it on social media. But it's something else. It's not paid advertising to send traffic and to explore and arbitrage. It's a lot more, being a business that can run for years. I'm talking for
Well, I'm going to get that update on upload this into.
So now we can just do a new post. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the element only working.
Yeah. Doing the new post, like it also asked me to like choose what titles to show, like what to show here for the post.
Let's do one quick. Nice. Best songs 2023. But this is the template that you choose. You have your recent posts,
I got this from 13. I didn't build this myself.
Yeah,
but I could change this over here from desktop and I'm going to change the logo.
So basically, you need, this is the name of the page is the H1. Okay, so change it later. You can change it from here, from the setting. So the title is the H1. Then you basically need, yeah, 1 second. You need the title So you need to run that and H2 title, and then the content, and then maybe another H2 and more content. Show me the article again. So this is the H1, okay, table of content. All of the, this is all the H2. Yeah. So excellent. So type of taxes. So this is an H2. This is an H2 for the table of content. What we can do.
Gotcha. Maybe they're all H2.
I didn't read them.
Not a heavy background in it. Like you didn't have to like understand like on like such an intricate level that you might have to like an actual computer science position. Like you have to like understand because like I interviewed like a lot of different companies for potentially like joining with the company.
Then automatically you're saying okay, automatically
like you have to understand it.
All your H2 and H3 will make them.
Yes,
yeah.
So upload everything and show us.
Like you're uploading more and being internalists.
That's so true.
Something else. It's not what you did in the past, but trust me, it's working a lot better. What you did in the past.
Some invested in companies like AI, and it's really cool. So able to understand nuances and differences and source type of AI that they might customize for their particular need, whereas some are actually developing algorithms that are unique that aren't coming from open source sources, and that there's a big difference between companies in one category versus the other, and oftentimes that takes the tech background. You know, it's necessary to have a tech background that knows the differences and nuances and stuff. It's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, this is pretty cool. And then it was like aerospace stuff as well, which was interesting. It was like an aerospace type of stuff. So like, and I also went to the movie.
Where was it?
Remember Starburst?
Yeah.
Okay.
After the daily, I don't remember where the days.
Wait, is this a third year class or a second year class? It's a third year class? Okay. Did you look into doing the VC track for your final project?
I personally did, but I have friends.
Okay, so I think they're like one of the ones in the list that like take it into your final project.
¿Tienes espacio para
with the VC sponsor?
Yeah.
Y eso me dio la
Yeah.
Pues yo creo que lo he hecho entonces cuando era chiquito, tenía como 3 años de niño.
Ah, bueno, ya.
Yeah.
Ya, y que te comento de vuelta, ya, hasta que mis cuernos yo estoy sufriendo muchos dolores de cabeza.
Like they're not all the exact same position.
Y ahorita estoy con un dolor de cabeza.
Specifically the Star Wars one.
Mucho agua.
Pero nada, me quedan 3 o 4 días máximo. Ayer.
But yeah, and they're all
I'm from Peru, he's from Panama.
No, I've been a year and a half now. With a company connected to the.
I started business entrepreneurship.
In English.
That's why
Sala Clita is third year. Sala Clita is the ministry that in charge of bringing new Jewish.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they have
From doing it,
yeah, doing it. Yeah.
What is this?
Company.
Yeah.
It's not a government company, it's a company that's working with the government. In charge of do the
like
no, it's not something good. It's something from the government. They understand in the end that all the bureaucrats can do the real work that need to be done. And they open the company intention, okay? And it's a company, it's a government company. We give them quite big budget and we have a lot of problems with
How do they facilitate earlier?
how they are trying to do it. Well, it's divided to a lot of different text sections. Some of them it's the Ulpanim to teach Hebrew around the world in order to establish or strong connection between Israel.
So it's about bringing people here, not helping people in Israel. Ready
No,
to make
it's
money.
only their mandate or their badge is only to bring more people here. Maybe other parts of the Ministry of Milita, they are dealing with helping, Jews that Jews that already came to Israel. This is not what I'm dealing with them.
So, but Israel is actually very helpful for people that come from South America.
What they are saying, I only started working with them a couple of months ago, so I don't know the details. What they are saying that they have problems, the communities that they know about, the Jews that go to the community centers all the time with the connection with the Jewish agency, etc. It's okay, but more than 50% of the Jews, let's say in Peru or other places, okay, they are unaffiliated. They have no connections to Israel or to the Jewish communities in their countries. And this is their major.
That's the target market.
Yeah, exactly. This is the target market.
Also, the assimilation rates amongst Jewish people in America is sky high. It's like 80% or something. Jews in America.
Never mind, but like definitely come back later.
Not only in America.
Yeah, no, of course. So the assimilation rate in America is higher than
But I
anywhere
guess like
else.
it was good to like get translation, like
So
especially like if something goes
some of the communities, if you want to do it in the next couple of years, those communities will almost disappear. And so we're trying to see how we can do more interesting things in South America.
I have another question. You're a lecturer at IDC, now consult at this company, and you have your own company.
I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm not, there are lecturers that full-time jobs only teaching. I'm not one of them. I only teach about 2 times, 3 times a week, something like that. And that's it. The rest of the time, I have my company, we have our digital assets, my company, I have employees, I'm doing all the digital activities for our clients. I can do it.
How many employees do you have?
We have 2 on the payroll, and now we have about 5 freelancers, paying them for projects.
So freelancers, as in like you outsource them?
Yeah, we outsource for some of the SEO activities, or let's say photographer, graphic design.
Where do you outsource from? Where do you outsource these freelancers from?
How do I find them?
No, from where?
I have a project, let's say, for building a new website. So I have one of my employees is managing all the project, but somebody else, a freelancer, is doing the graphics. Somebody else is doing all the Photoshop.
For example,
I don't know, everybody has resources. I mean,
not in this weather.
some cases when you have technical issues, things like that, so we are taking from Fiverr, etc. This is also the case of partners. I have a very good, list of freelancers I can take. My 1,000 students that they had in the last couple of years. Even if I have for one class,
they actually install them.
freelancer in the area, so the best, it's the best pool that I can take talents.
It's a huge network. What's the name of the company again?
Expert.
students like don't want to hear this.
Let's continue. חבר'ה, בנות, בנים, בואו נמשיך. שיחה מרתקת. What you're talking about?
She was saying how.
I think we need lockers on campus.
Okay, it's not my
Not your area.
expertise.
If you want advertise those lockers on.
Have you ever used it? No.
Let's continue with the targeting. Okay.
Danny, I better see you next week. You're full of.
Let's look let's continue with the targeting. Let's continue with the targeting. So we saw before demographic, audience segments. Okay, now we are on keywords. Okay, now keywords here, it's a little bit confusing. Google doesn't have the best user experience because basically when we are thinking about keywords, we are thinking about keywords that people search in Google. People that search for stock, best stock market for 2023, things like that. So I think somebody did a search on Google, okay? Best stocks to buy, for example. Okay, so basically we are thinking when we are saying keywords, people search for best stocks to buy, and then after they search that, if they will go for CNN, for example, or other websites, then they will see my ad. So no, it doesn't work that way. Okay, there is an option to do it, but it's a little bit more sophisticated, and we'll see it later. The keywords that we are seeing here, okay, the keywords that we are seeing here, it's keywords that people are interested in this area. So they have interest in stocks. They have interest in the best stocks 2023. Maybe they search it, maybe they wrote or read an article about best stocks, okay? Maybe they saw a video about best stocks. It can be a lot of different things, but it's more like an area of interest, okay? It's not 100% saying that they went for Google and searched in the last weeks best stocks to buy, okay? They read an article in CNN about it, okay? They saw a video about it, or a lot of different things, and it can be something that, you know, they scroll for 2 seconds and that's it. But it's not really focused target audience. So it helps us do it, so, okay, narrow down the audience, but it's not perfect. We can do the exact thing that that we think about, okay? Only people that search a specific phrase, okay? But we won't do it, we are not able to do it from here. We are able to do it from a different location, and I will show you it later on how we can do it. We have topics and placements, and again, it's a little bit confusing. Okay, so let's try to understand the idea behind it. Topics, it's a list of topics, like digital marketing, okay? So again, it's people that wrote or read articles about digital marketing, then they will see my ads, okay? People that read articles about loans, then they will see my ads, okay? It's more like interest. Then we have placements. What is placements? Only on pages with digital marketing top content, then my ads will appear, okay? Placement is, I will choose the exact placement where my ads will be. The videos, the web pages, etc., etc. Okay, let's see for a second the two options. Okay, it's a little bit confusing. So you see here, I have a list of interest. Let's say for a second, I will choose bed and bath. Okay, bathroom and bedroom. So people that read or scrolling down on website that write article about bed and bath, then they will see my ads. Okay, this is the idea behind it. Okay. Now, if we are going to topics, not topics, sorry, for placements, okay, it's a little bit different. Here I can choose, here I can choose the exact, okay, here I can choose the exact web pages where I want my ads to appear. Okay, let's see, for example, let's take here this site, okay, the site that we saw before. Let me put it here. Usually find it very quickly. Here. By the way, we said before, here's that side, what the facts. We said before that using SimilarWeb, they have around 2 million visits per month, okay? And it means that basically they have a little bit less than 20 million impressions per month, okay? Because we double the amount of we are seeing here. Okay, how much page per visit? Each page, they are exposure to more impressions. But we don't know the exact number because it's not connected to Google Analytics. Okay, so SimilarWeb try to estimate, try to understand, but it doesn't know all the facts and all the figures behind it. Okay, who knows all the facts and figures? Google. They know exactly because they have their code inside this website. Okay. Now look at the numbers Google telling us about this website. It's telling us that this website have around 45 to 50 million impressions per week. They're making a lot more money than what we thought before. Okay, it's a lot more money than what we. It's mean 200 million impressions per month.
Impression is the number of people who see it?
No, it's the amount of time they saw ads, but it's not people. One man can see a lot of different ads. Okay, but you get the money per impressions or per clicks. So if you have a lot of impressions, you're making a lot of money.
So like if 5 ads are open on a page and a person clicks on it and they see all 5 ads, so that's 5 impressions?
Yes.
Oh.
We didn't think about that before when we did the estimation before. You're right. It's my bad. It's my mistake. Remind me again your name?
Sam.
Sam said something very smart here. I didn't think about it, making a mistake also. Okay, it's not right to say that if this is one web page, I have here only 1 impression, because I have here 1 impression, 2 impressions, 3 impressions, okay, 4 or 5. Okay, I have more impressions here because it's 5 ads. It's not only 1 ad. So if they are seeing 20 million web pages per month, So they have 2055, it's mean 100 million impressions, but basically it's even more because Google AdSense say it's double that, it's almost 200 million impressions. Basically, for a second, basically when we calculated it for this amount of money, it's probably 10 times more higher than that. It's unbelievable. If you still want to do it until the end of the semester, then I don't know what to tell you. But try to do it. Yes, sorry.
So companies can pay per click, right?
AdSense are paying you or for impressions or for per click.
Can you pay per impression? Is there like a setting for that?
When I'm doing the campaign, yeah, we saw it before. I can choose to pay per impressions.
How much hypothetically would that be?
So we saw it before in the campaign. No, it's okay, it's okay. We saw it before in the campaign that we listed. We did an estimation that we are going to pay around 1 shekel, a little bit less, for 1,000 impressions. Okay. But it depends on the target audience. If you choose a very rich, let's say North America, the rich part of North America, you can get a lot more money per 1,000 impressions. Usually, if you're Google Ads, it depends on the audience here in the calculator of Google Ads, Google AdSense, sorry. So you see 10 million impression per 10 million pages. It's not really impressions. 10 million pages per month. So it's 120 million pages per year. And let's do a little math here. Another zero. So it's around $9 per 1,000 view. This is the estimation. You can get around $9 per 1,000 impression. It depends on the target audience.
$9 per what?
$9 per 1,000 people that saw your pages.
And that's what you get paid.
Yeah, but if you have a lot of clicks, then you can get higher. Yeah, it depends on the target audience that you are trying to reach. Okay, and if you have a page with a lot of ads, then you will make more money. If you have a page with less ads, you will make less money.
Like let's say a customer decides to click on your ad and then add whatever product the company is trying to sell to their cart, and they don't buy it. Is that more money?
No. It doesn't change if they're buying it or not buying it. Here, they only will make money if people saw the ad or if people click on the ad. If people will click, they will get more money. Or if only people saw the ads, they will get a little bit less. But the idea is working. The arbitrage here is very, very high and it's working. It's worth doing it. Not every content that you will do will make people click and scroll for more pages and more pages and more pages. It's not 100% proof. Okay, but the idea behind the screen is working. It's working quite well. And let's head back to our campaigns. Okay, so I can choose a specific website. Only in this website I want my ads to appear. Okay, I can choose specific YouTube channels. Okay, I can take my competitors and take their YouTube channels, and every time that somebody is clicking on their YouTube, okay, then you will see my ads. I can choose a specific videos. Okay, I'm in digital marketing, so let's say I go to YouTube and I write in inside YouTube. Let's say okay, I write SEO guide in YouTube. I have here a lot of different videos that explain, okay, or give me a guide for SEO. So let's take number 1, SEO for beginners, of Brian Dean.
If you want to take full control of your sales pipeline, you need to try.
Okay, so I'm taking this specific video. And now, every time that somebody watch that video,
oh, so you're targeting your ad to that specific video.
Exactly. Every time somebody, every video, this is this ad, it's a video ad, okay? What you're seeing now. Now we're speaking about Google Display Network, but this is a YouTube ad, okay? Let's finish this ad for a second.
Monday, Sarah. It's given my sales team more.
In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to rank on the first page of Google, step by step. In fact, I use
a lot of time, not in this option, maybe nobody did it. A lot of time, you probably know it. You see here an ad. Over the video, there is an ad, right? A lot of time you probably saw it. Okay, so this is one of the options. If I choose this specific video, okay, if I choose it here in the placement, only on this video, only when my target audience will see this specific video, then you will see on the video an ad, okay? If I choose this video on topics, okay?
This is more general, but it can be more.
Yeah, it's basically what will happen is if somebody is interested in SEO guides or things like that, then you will see my ads, but not only on that specific video. Okay, this is the idea behind it. So here I'm choosing only when people will click on that specific video, will start seeing SEO for beginners, then they will see my ad. It's a very good option for singers, new singers that have new songs that they want to expose to their audience. Okay, so they can do campaigns on their, you know, not competitor exactly, but artists that are having very different, very close, let's say, pop music as they. And every time that somebody is listening to what is the hot singers today, Taylor Swift was, for example, okay? So all the Taylor Swift wannabe can sponsor ads on her video in order that people will see their music before and maybe we like their video also. Okay, this is the idea. Yeah, who want to ask something? Yep.
In that situation, so you target that particular video. Let's say 100 other people also target that video. How's it work?
This is the exact idea of the bid behind the screen. So the AI, the Google AI, will decide which one gets a higher quality score. So whose ad people more click on it. Okay, what is more relevant and how much money you are willing to pay compared to your competitors. If you're very focused and very narrow, a lot of time your competitors don't do it. Okay, most of the agencies don't think this far and go that deeply, and then you can get very clicks, a few clicks with very low amount of money. Okay,
but if you what?
Well, basically, if nobody's bidding on this video, then the clicks will cost me very few cents for each click. Okay, we saw here, for example, here we have the video and there is no ad on it. So basically, to do an ad here, it will cost us almost nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't the creator though of the video?
You will get money also.
It's allowed for ads to be there.
First of all, in YouTube, useful rights, okay, they can place their ads where they want. So YouTube can do whatever they want if you upload a video. Now, if you have more than 1,000 subscribers, okay, and more than 4,000 watch video, meaning your audience saw more than 4,000 minutes or hours, don't remember. I think it's minute. I think it's hours. Let's see, for example, for a second. That's a good question. I think it's 4,000 hours. Let's see. It's 4,000 hours. We need 4,000 hours. Let me show it for a second. I'm going to our channels. You see, it's telling us that we have more than 1,000 subscribers. We did a two-step verification. We have 0 active community guidelines strikes, and we didn't try to upload copyrights content or something like that. And we have 3,358 public watch hours.
So you're almost there.
Yeah, we're almost there.
And then you can start making money.
Then we can start making money out of our YouTube channel.
Oh, but it takes 4,000 hours.
Yeah, but we are not far from it because each month we have more than 300 watch hours. Okay.
Why don't you just put on your YouTube and just like for $700?
No, everything that we have here, it's digital marketing content.
Can you have bots that watch the videos?
Hmm?
Can you have bots that watch videos to increase
I think Google are smarter and can understand how to all the different manipulations, but basically you can try. I don't know.
I have a funny story about SEO. At the company that I work for, so we're called Ask AI, like Ask-AI, and I'm sure you've heard of ChatGPT when it came out, and you can tell from our website, like Google Analytics, from the week that it came out till now, our website views had skyrocketed, like gone through the roof.
And you're doing basically the same.
We haven't done any SEO.
No. The Ask AI and Chat GPT are all the same?
No, but what we figure is that a lot of people don't remember the name ChatGPT, so they search in Google. They search like Ask AI questions or something like that, and then we're the first. We become the first website. So it happens to be that most of the people who are searching that are not our customer base because we're a B2B company and we're looking for SaaS companies and stuff like that. I just thought that was funny, and that because of the name of the company, all of these people are searching the website.
The ChatGPT is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
It happens to be we operate within NLP, natural language processing, which is like ChatGPT, like language models and things like that.
They have, by the way, in Hebrew they aren't that good, but in English it's unbelievable.
Yeah, crazy.
So basically, we saw we can do it on a specific website, YouTube channels, YouTube video. We can choose a specific app. Only apps that have ads on it, etc. Okay, the last thing that we have here is optimized targeting. Okay, the optimized targeting, it's the default option. What we said before. Basically, we are letting Google AI to decide within our budget. Okay, if they think they can choose or find a better target audience, okay? We don't have to allow them to do it, okay? If I'm clicking that, basically I'm telling Google only people that are in my target audience, okay? And we can tell Google, okay, try to optimize and figure out more people that are relevant. Basically, even if it's my first campaign with a new client, this is what I do. I try to focus on my specific target audience. Okay, I try to narrow it down to what I think is relevant. Okay, and then I'm allowing Google AI to try to give me more if it's relevant. Later on, after a couple of weeks that we have traffic and we're seeing that the campaign is working quite well and we're seeing we are getting the result that we want, then we can help or we can choose to do a campaign that is only optimized targeting. Google will choose everything by its own, okay? But think all the time, every time you are thinking on an AI, it's the same as the example that we are saying, with Eric. I'm teaching Eric or I'm telling Eric, do whatever you want. When he can succeed in the lowest cost and as faster as he can do it. Okay? Any more questions about the targeting?
No.
No, excellent. Let's click next. Now we have the ads here. Okay? Now basically I gave Google my landing page, so he already scanned it and took a couple of pictures from it. But I can build here from scratch with no graphic design and any knowledge. Okay, build an ad that can look quite well. Let's see how we can do it. Business name. Let's just okay, let's take Eric example for a second. Best box. Images. Okay, let's take images. So he scanned my website and he took a couple of pictures from my website. Okay, but I can go website on social. I can give him a specific website and he will scan it. You need to see that you have copyrights, don't have copyright issues. You can upload any photo that you want, or you can use their free stocks image, and it's unbelievable. It doesn't end. Okay, let's for a second like this. So it's a never-ending library of pictures and graphics that you can use in your ads. Okay, you can just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and find more pics and more graphics and design that you can use in your ads, and it's completely free if you're using Google Display Networks campaign. Okay, you can choose whatever you want, and it basically will make your life very easy. Let's say, let's take this one for a second. And let's choose another one. Let's take this one for a second. Choose which part exactly I want. Now I need to choose a logo. I can upload my own or try to find from their logo, of course. Okay. I can upload video. Videos are from YouTube most of the cases. Okay, I need the short videos I can take. I can search in YouTube. And I need to add headlines. Let's do it quick. Okay, to give a couple of headlines so you can do A/B testing between the different headlines. And I need to give you long headlines, some of the options, and descriptions. Here we didn't finish all the options, but you can see the start of how it's going to look, and you can see all the different formats. Okay, how your ads will appear. In a matter of seconds, you can do a very nice ads that work very, very good in most of the cases. Okay. And if you will give them a lot of different options, then you can do A/B testing, or Google will do A/B testing on all of the different options. You can try to change the buttons if you want, do A/B testing on that. Okay, it's almost never ending. Any questions about that? No. Excellent. Let's click next. Now we'll review our campaign.
Question: when do we use tools and settings? That's like for more advanced ads.
Here, what you have here.
Yes.
I'll show you in a second. Okay, we'll give you all the details about my campaign. I can do publish campaign. And my campaign is on the air. Okay. Pause it, that it won't spend us any money, but my campaign is on the air. Now we don't have a lot of time, so we won't have the time today to start Facebook ad, but I will show you the basic of how you can improve your campaigns and a couple of different advanced features in the last 25 minutes that we have for the class. First of all, we said before that we can choose as a target audience people that search for a specific phrase. We can do it. We can do it from the campaign management system. We can do it in other places. So on the top, we have tools and settings. Okay. We have here audience manager. See shared library and audience manager. When we are clicking audience manager, when we are clicking audience manager, okay, we have custom segments.
Well, I don't see that. I don't see that. Well,
tools and settings, share library, audience manager. Okay, click that, find it. And now you see your data segments and custom segments.
Yeah, custom segments.
Excellent. Now click plus. You can give, let's say, it's in Hebrew, some of it's in English now. Search for, let's say, search for stocks. Okay. And then I can see I have two options. People with any of these interests or purchase intention, meaning basically people that are interested in stocks, or second option, people who search for any of those these terms on Google. So basically when I'm choosing the second option and I'm now taking all my keyword research and putting here, okay, so Google will give me only, or Google can direct my ads only for people that search for, let's say, okay, only when people are searching for best stock on Google, okay, then it will show it. Okay, and it gives me more options. Best stocks market to invest in right now, top companies to invest in stock markets, etc. This is basically the idea. Okay, so here it's one option how you can try to target only people that search for something, And then when I want them to see my ads on display network, YouTube, etc., this is one of the options. Now let's see another options that we have in the tools and settings. We have the keyword planner. Okay, when you are going to planning, you have keyword planner. Basically, the keyword planner, okay, it's similar or somewhere similar to Google Suggest. Okay, give you less things, but somewhere similar to Google Suggest. He asked me in the start, okay, if I want to discover new keywords or if I want to get search volume and forecast. Let's write discover new keywords. Click in tools and settings, keyword planner. Okay, let's click on discover new keywords. And now we need to give him one keyword, for example. Okay, we get results. Now will give me more keywords that he think are relevant. Best stocks, top small caps, recommended stocks, top stocks in 2029. Okay, and I can add more options here and above. Let's say stocks. Okay. Okay, then you will give me a bigger list of options, Apple, Nasdaq, okay, BMW stock, etc., etc. And I have average monthly search, how much people are searching it per month, and I can see if I have rise or decline for the time. Okay, I can see 3 months change if the phrase is going up or going down. Okay, year to year change. People search it last year more than this year. Okay, competition. It's like in Google Suggest the pay difficulty. Show it for a second. Let's choose for a second. So I see for best stocks for in the US, okay, the pay difficulty is 35. Basically, if you are looking at all the competition between 1 to 100, okay, so it's less than the average. It's not really low, but it's less than the average. If you are going to keyword planner here, by the way, I search in Israel. I will change it to Israel, to the US. Difference. Change it from Hebrew. Here we'll see a different results. So best stocks here, he told us that 12,000 people are searching it per month. He said the competition is medium, and he said top of page bid, the highest amount of money that you need to pay for one click is almost 12 shekels, okay? And the lowest is 2.79. Basically, if you want to be in the first position or the high position, or the low position on Google, okay? And if you are going to Google Suggest, it's quite close. It said 4,800 search volume, and it said that the cost per click is $2.2. Okay, it's somewhere in the middle between the high and the low option. Okay,
so it says top of page bid.
Top of the page being, let's write it for a second and I'll understand exactly.
So that's the amount that the company needs to pay in order for your ad to appear top of the page. Is that amount?
Wait a second, I will explain that exactly. We have here 4 ads, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Top of the page, it's that one. Basically, we saw before best stocks, okay? But basically for CRM software, no, let's see exactly what it is. CRM software. CRM software is between 24 shekels and 200 shekels. Unbelievable. So basically, what Google is telling us, this ad, in most of the cases, if you want to be here, it will cost us around 200 shekels per click. This one, it's around 20 shekels, 24 shekels. Okay? This is the gap between the first one and the last one.
So expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah.
Well, you just click on it just to be a jerk.
Yeah, we can do it, but basically Google is smart. They know how to. If it's one click, they will charge them. But if it's a lot of clicks of their competitors or bots, they know how to.
No, but if you click on it right now,
if I will click on them right now, they will pay more than 100 shekels. Now, if you have high quality score. Okay, if you have high quality score, and basically you can pay low. You can pay low and still be one of the ads here on the one of the 4 ads. But in most of the cases, okay, even if your quality score is 10 out of 10, it will be very high, not very high, very a low chance that you will pay less than 24 shekels in order to be one of the first 4. Okay, maybe you can pay 20 shekels or 24, 25, something like that, and be not number 4, number 3, maybe even number 1.
That's 20 shekels per person.
For click. It's only one click. Not every click is a lead or a sale. Yeah, it's only one click.
That's, yeah.
This is why one of the reasons why it's there is very good logic to do SEO. It's a long-term option. It's cost. It's something that you need to be very patient in order to work. But if you're doing very good SEO, get a lot of money.
I can also tell you on a personal level. Oftentimes, I don't click on the ads. Something those are.
A lot of people don't click on the ads or clicking on, but not everybody. A lot of time people won't click on the ads. They're clicking about other things. Look, some of the sales CRM, you see it's 200 shekels per click, the highest top of the page bid. We can NetSuite CRM software, 3,300 shekels.
What?
I have no idea. Silo CRM, I don't know. Call center CRM, interface, 1,000 shekel per click. It's unbelievable. There is no, usually there is no common sense to do it. In most of the cases, it's an agency that doesn't know what they are doing, and nobody is trying to supervise it. I told you before, Daniel and Yale. Yair? Ah, the same as me. Okay, so I told Daniel and Yair before, and doing now consulting for a private company that work with the government and trying to make Idud Aliyah, to make more Jews to come to Israel. Okay, and they have a lot of different people around the world that working for them, and nobody in that company know what is digital marketing and how exactly to do it. And nobody tries to supervise all the different agencies around the world that are doing digital marketing. And when I tried, or when I start, when I started consulting them a couple of months ago, I was amazed how they throw in our public money to waste. Because nobody is knowing digital marketing and nobody is trying to supervise all those agencies, so they're doing whatever they want. I will give you a quick example. I saw one of the agencies doing ads in East Europe. They have a campaign there on Facebook for 6 years. It's the same campaign, one audience, okay, one target audience, one ad. The ad looked horrible. And for 6 years, they didn't change, try to find different audience. They didn't try to change the ad to see if something else is working a little bit better. For 6 years, the same campaign is running and they didn't change it, not even once. Nobody did supervision on them. Nobody in the headquarters know digital marketing or marketing at all. And they trust them and they did whatever they want.
They're doing fine. They're doing fine.
No. This is the reason. This is the reason they brought me in order to try to clear the message. It didn't work fine. And a lot of time when you are seeing those bids, you see 1,000 shekel per click. Doesn't make any sense. It's some kind of agency that nobody, they are giving them money, and nobody is trying to do a supervision on them. Then you can see those numbers. There is no logic for one click. Not every click is a client. Okay, so you need, even if everything is working amazingly, you need 10 clicks. Okay, you need 15 clicks for one client in the best situation. So you need to pay 10,000, 15,000 shekels for one client. In most of the cases, there is no logic to do it. It's call center interface integration. It costs money to do call center integration, but I don't know if it costs so much money. NetSuite, CRM pricing. Again, I don't know what is NetSuite, although it costs a lot of money with no logic. Okay, we have last minute. Let me show you. After we have a campaign that is on the air, show you one of our clients. And wait a second. Telcon is an industry factory, and they're doing very small machinery for other factories. And they are not our client anymore. They used to be our clients, and we stopped working with us in the Corona area, the COVID time, because they did cutbacks. They didn't return, but I've seen they still have campaigns running. Basically, let me show you. And this campaign was on the air in the last couple of months. I don't know who did it. Let me show you for a second. Here are all the phrases. You see I'm on the search keywords. Let me do it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. So here are all the search keywords that they are trying to target, or they did try to target. Now, I don't know if you remember, but it's on broad match. It's also written here, but you have no quotation mark or brackets. Okay, so it's broad match. Basically, the AI will decide what is relevant and not relevant. Basically, in most of the cases, man, it's going to be a lot of mess. And let's add quality score. Okay, Google doesn't show you the quality score from the start. Okay, you need to add it. You need to go to columns and add quality score, modify columns, and then search for quality score. Why does Google doesn't show you the quality score? I don't know, because it's one of the best way to optimize your ad. But now see their quality score. You see the keywords that brought the highest amount of clicks in the last month got 3 out of 10. Basically, landing page experience below average. Okay, expected CTR below average. Ad relevance above average. It's relevance, but the ad doesn't, the creative on the ad isn't relevant, or isn't quite good as the competitors. Okay, and the landing page is less than horrible. Now let's understand how it's supposed to look. Be sure for a second. Once old campaign. This is a campaign that we did for one of our digital assets. Price comparison assets, and we have their insurance, ski insurance, travel insurance comparison, and things like that. So the ads group, let's go to the keywords and see the quality score. First of all, we are not doing anything on broad match. Everything is on exact match or phrase match. And you can see the quality score. This is how it's supposed to be, okay? And it's all 10, some of them 9, but most of them it's 10 by 10. And then you're paying the least amount of money that you can pay. Google will give you the highest amount of exposure and the lowest amount of money. And basically, it means that your campaign is working in a good manner. Okay,
Can you see how much
sorry,
can you see how much they pay? Was that?
Is I pay or my competitor pay? I can see how much I can pay. I can't see how much my competitors pay, but I can see. Let's look at another one for a second.
Those conversion rates are quite high.
And we know what you're doing. We are doing it for a long time. It took us a lot of time to do optimization, and that's it's not on the first night we got those grades. Okay, it's the second time to do it. It's after a lot of time of optimization, but in the end you can reach that. Last thing I want to show you, you have action insights. Okay, see here, you have action insights. When you're clicking that, you can see you and your competitors. How much different companies are bidding on that specific phrase. Okay, how much is your competition? It's a store, it's a bicycle store in Eilat. Okay, that account, and you have only 7 competitors, or 6. Only 6 competitors, including him. And you can see how much of his ads are on the top of the page. Okay, absolutely top of the page is the first place. Okay, it's not only your quality score; it's depend on the amount of money you are willing to pay. Zap, for example, I don't know if you know, it's a very big website, so they have a lot of more money, so they are willing to pay. They give highest bid, so they can get more traffic on the top of the page. But It can give you an estimation where you are in the competition. And in the search term, in the search keywords, you can see your keywords, on which keywords you are bidding right now. But on the search terms, you can see the exact phrases that activate the ads because of broad match and phrase match. The phrases that people search in order to see your ads, in order to get to your website, can be a little bit different than what you are focusing on. Okay, so the search terms, you can see all the phrases that activate your ads. Okay, and then you can try to delete some of them. Maybe it's not relevant, maybe it's part relevant, etc., and you can close some of them. Okay, we finished for today. Next week, what we are going to do, we're going to open a campaign on Facebook ad. I'm going to see how it's working. You had a course on Facebook ad, no? Something basically we did Google. Only Google? You didn't did Facebook? Okay. So we'll explain the basic and how Facebook ads are working. For your sake, try to have already a landing page on WordPress. If you have any problems, tell me. Okay, try to do a basic campaign on Search Network. Try to open a basic campaign on Display Network. Okay. For the project, you have an example in the model, but for the project, you need to have screenshots of all the process. Show me. All the process of not of the website, of the campaigns, yeah. So here I choose this object for the campaign. Here I choose the location. Here I choose why then. In most of the, if you only need to say why if it's something very sophisticated. If you did the basics, so you don't need to.
So for example, if I choose this location, should I say I choose this location? Because
no, location it's not something to show. If you decided to open a campaign without a goal, without an objective, so basically it's a mistake. But tell me why. I never give a low grade for somebody that did something wrong, but explain me what was the logic behind the screen. Maybe I will tell you, I don't agree with you, I think you are wrong, and this is the reason why I think you are wrong. Okay, but if you explain me the logic, I did a campaign and I didn't write the objective because ABCD, it's not relevant to my part. Maybe I will tell you I think you're wrong, okay? But you won't get a lower grade because of it.
I saw in the example on Moodle that there's like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads, etc. Do we need to create ads for all those platforms, or do we need to just choose one?
We'll see how much material we will manage to learn until the end of the semester, and then I will tell you exactly what is relevant and not relevant. But basically, yes, it's supposed to be close. Here, last year, I didn't teach them TikTok. And this year, TikTok exploded, and I will try to teach you the basic of TikTok also. So we'll see how much we will manage. We have 1 month, 4 more lessons. Okay, so we'll see how much we can try to continue or to learn in those 4 lessons. Then we'll see exactly what we need for the project.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Can you upload the video?
I already uploaded. You didn't see it?
Where's the link?
In the lesson, when you are going to each lesson, you have the links there. I will check.